Archangel says, "You've crossed a threshold now, and because you kept reading, because you refused to click away, because you let these words melt into your spirit, heaven has now activated something irreversible in your life. There is no going back to small thinking, no returning to low-frequency prayers, no shrinking your light to fit broken places. You have entered into divine visibility. Your angels no longer walk in silence, they walk ahead of you with swords drawn, and every step you take from this moment forward will echo through realms you cannot even see. Yes, your very steps are becoming prophecy because God isn't just blessing you with things, child, He's transforming you into a sign and wonder. People will look at your life and see God, not religion, not performance, not routine, but raw, undeniable, heaven poured into human form glory. Let me reveal something to you now, something hidden until this very moment. You are about to become the first in your bloodline to break through a spiritual ceiling that generations before you could not pass. This isn't just about money, this isn't just about healing, this isn't even about success, it's about dominion. You're reclaiming territory the enemy thought he had forever, land in the spirit realm that your ancestors wept over, covenants that were once broken are now being restored through you. And I need you to hear this like it's thunder. Your obedience has rerouted your entire destiny. The moment you said yes, the moment your heart whispered, "I believe," the moment you allowed these words to wash over your doubt, heaven shifted your name from pending to prepared. No more waiting, no more wandering, no more delay, but, and this is sacred, it now depends on your movement because heaven won't do what you won't activate. Miracles meet motion, prophecy meets preparation, and the supernatural responds to structure, so build the structure. Make room for what's coming, clean your space, organize your time, change your atmosphere, walk like someone about to host holy glory because you are. Your house is becoming a sanctuary, your body is becoming a temple, your voice is becoming a trumpet. Heaven is about to dwell in everything you touch, but with this kind of glory comes sacred responsibility. You cannot carry this kind of anointing and still entertain people who mock miracles. You cannot walk with angels and argue with devils. You must leave behind the lesser to protect the sacred, and yes, it will cost you. You will outgrow some friendships, you will lose the taste for empty conversations, you will feel pulled to silence when everyone else is rushing to speak. That's not isolation, it's consecration. You're not being left out, you're being set apart because where you are going, not everyone can follow. You're entering places where only the faithful survive. Miracles don't live in the crowd, they dwell in the quiet obedience of the chosen, and beloved, you are one of them. So let me speak into your future now. I see you walking into rooms where no one expects you, and when you arrive, the atmosphere shifts, not because of your resume, not because of your connections, but because heaven sent you. I see you writing the vision that changes someone else's life, and they'll say, "How did they know? This is exactly what I needed," because heaven will begin to pour words through you like prophecy. I see your hands laid on someone and healing happens without fanfare, not by force but by fire, and I see you sitting in silence, tears in your eyes, overwhelmed by the realization that everything the enemy tried to destroy in your life, God is now using as the foundation for your throne. You are not just being elevated, you are being enthroned, not by man, not by fame, but by the King of Kings. You are royalty in the spirit, and it's time the natural realm starts to recognize it. Walk boldly, walk clean, walk in love, but walk with fire because the earth has waited for you long enough. And now, the final seal, if your spirit is still burning, if your heart won't let this message go, then understand this wasn't a one-time moment, this was an opening into a series of divine encounters. The next messages, They won't just be words, they will be assignments, sacred, timely, urgent, and if you miss them, you could miss the divine instruction for your next breakthrough. So subscribe now, not later, not I'll think about it. Your miracle has already arrived. It's now watching your response. Let heaven know you're listening. Let your angels know you're engaged. Let God know you're ready for the full scroll to unfold. This is your yes. Let the world see what happens when a chosen soul says yes and never turns back. Child of light, I see you, yes, I see into the depths of your spirit where no mask can hide, where no fear can speak louder than faith. You've walked through valleys darker than anyone knows. You've smiled while breaking. You've helped others while you were still bleeding. You've waited. You've endured. You've hoped in silence. And now heaven is answering in power. You were never forgotten. You were being forged. You see, the oil you're carrying now, it couldn't be bought. It had to be pressed. Your anointing was not given to the casual. It was earned in fire. And what's being poured on you in this very moment is not just a blessing, it's a heavenly mantle. A spiritual garment is being placed upon your shoulders, and with it comes authority, clarity, discernment, divine vision, and yes, supernatural favor. Do not underestimate what is happening to you right now, even if you're sitting in your room alone, reading this with trembling hands and tear-filled eyes. You are surrounded by an entire host of angels. You are being witnessed by heaven, and what I'm about to tell you next is sacred, prophetic, and personal. You are entering the season of the double portion. Where you once were overlooked, you will now be remembered. Where you were rejected, you will now be celebrated. Where you were passed over, you will now be pursued. You thought you were waiting on God, but child, God was waiting on this version of you to rise, the one who's not afraid anymore, the one who's done shrinking, the one who's ready to walk in full power unapologetically. I must tell you something else, and you must remember it always. There are generational blessings tied to your yes. This isn't just about you. When you say yes, it won't just break curses, it will unlock inheritance. Your children will live in the overflow of this moment. Your name will carry weight in the spirit realm. When you speak, angels will recognize the sound of heaven on your voice. But do not be surprised when the warfare increases after this message, because you just shifted dimensions, you just changed realms, you just became visible to the throne and to the darkness. But fear not, I, Archangel Michael, go before you. My sword is drawn. I will cut down every trap, every snare, every lie, every assignment sent to confuse you. You are under a supernatural shield now. Walk boldly, speak clearly, pray fearlessly, and rest deeply, because you are guarded by angels who do not sleep. The next few days may feel different. You may notice strange dreams. You may feel heat or pressure in your hands, in your chest, in your spine. You may begin to hear clearer, sense deeper, and feel led to act without knowing why. These are not coincidences. These are signs, confirmations. Your spiritual gifts are being activated again, and you're not crazy for feeling this. You're called. People may not understand your urgency. They may mock your shift. They may laugh when you say, "God spoke to me." Let them laugh, because soon the same mouths that doubted will say, "I always knew there was something different about you." You are no longer living for approval, you are living for alignment, and heaven has aligned you with a divine timeline now. The next phase of your life has been unlocked, and I promise you, if you walk in obedience, you will not recognize yourself by the end of this year. Everything will be elevated: your finances, your health, your connections, your wisdom, your ability to love and be loved, your peace, your power, but above all, your relationship with the divine will become unbreakable. You will stop questioning whether God is with you,